Hey, hi, howdy there, Banger Pals. Blayne Smith joining you for another Overkill Reviews, Banger's weekly metal review show. We're back, we're at it, and I teased in Metal Monthly. It's a great month for death thrash, and here's the proof.
Indeed, what we see, we can barely believe. There's no longer an option to choose. I need to access and regress all we need to remove all these shameless displays. The coffers are filled with hypocrisy, and the meaning is never to share. Step into the new woke society. A challenge as big if you dare.
Yes, one of the originators of the genre is back. It's Master with Saints Dispelled. It comes out today, January 19th on Hammerheart Records. Master are one of those true unsung heroes of metal history type bands. They formed all the way back in 1983 in Chicago, and from their very start, they were that whole, we play thrash metal, but where are the boundaries of thrash metal? Let's see how far we can take this kind of bands that would eventually become death metal. But for them, instead of embracing death metal or falling back into the comfort of thrash, they went, nah, we're good here, and have just stayed in the middle playing death thrash ever since. Along the way, founder Paul Speckman was in Czechia recording material with Krabathor, and while Krabathor would not go on to become one of the great unsung heroes of metal history, Speckman did find life in Czechia easier for a metal musician. He had more freedom than he had in America and just felt like he was able to do his thing better there, so he went, well, I guess I'm staying here. So while there, he found guitarist Alex in 2003, who's been with him ever since. And like a lot of great bands from the 80s, they've found a fresh blood boy and drummer, Peter Badgkey. I don't know. I'm an English guy. I say all these names wrong. It's one of my things. So is this new record an underground secret like a lot of their records, or is it an underground shame that will just sweep under the rug? Only one way to find out. Master's always kind of struck me as a similar band to like Incantation, where they have this great back catalog with only a few missteps, but have never really crossed over into that mainstream zeitgeist consciousness simply because they're really good and unique, so we get to keep them as a more underground band, and I'm okay with that. The album is like a crystalline example of what makes Master so awesome. They have always done and continue to do a great job of blending the heaviness of death metal with the fun of thrash, and they take what was already what I thought kind of returned to form on their last record, Vindictive Miscreant, and up the songwriting a notch to make this an even better record. And I listen to Vindictive Miscreant a lot. That opening line, I love doing the "You're nothing but a vindictive miscreant." Boy. On that note, Speckman's vocals. Over the years, he's been compared to Lemmy. I'd compare him more to Lemmy hungover throwing up into a toilet, and I mean that as a glowing compliment. He absolutely barfs out his words, and it's one of the things that might keep them as kind of an underground act, because I know it's a little divisive. Some people have said they don't like it. I really like it, and I think it's on glorious display in this album. So, it's one of those pieces of character, those uniqueness that, keep a band in the underground and make us love the metal underground. And they're just really that kind of great underground act through and through, like keeping the dirt on the guitar tone in this solo. It's the only real new variable thrown into the Master formula that could have screwed things up is they got a new drummer in Peter Badgkey. He's a 36-year-old Czech guy I've never heard of from some bands I've never heard of. So, not to be a dick and say this is his big moment to shine, but hey, Peter Badgkey, this is your big moment to shine, and boy, did you nail it. Sorry if I'm coming off like a dick, but I'm going to compliment you a bunch, so I'm sure it'll be at worst a wash. It's like you can hear how much younger he is with the energy he's putting into the kit. A lot of his rhythms fall more into the sped up, punky gallop side of thrash, so it gives every song that B12 shot it needs to take you over the finish line with as much enthusiasm for the track as when you started it. It's not to say he's not a strong death metal drummer. Whenever he needs to blast, he blasts, but you're coming to Master for a blend of death and thrash, and it seems like he fully got the brief on what Master is and what we want from Master. From album opener Destruction in June, he's there hammering away with the guys front and center. It sounds like he has been integrated into the band. It doesn't sound like two old guys hired some random dude so that they could tour existing material. He works great with Speckman's obviously essential to the band bass, and so I really hope these guys are keeping him in the rhythm section of this band for years to come. It's a real spot-on nail for a new guy. Awesome. You know what the benefit of being the only founding member of a band and its bass player is? No one in the band can tell you that people don't care about the bass guitar, and you can put that thing front and center all you want. This is one of those things that's always set Master apart, because while I give a lot of credit to the youthful energy of Peter, Speckman's bass is at the core of what's kept Master this, fun and full of life band 40 years on. It really builds up the pressure on tracks like Mind Under Pressure. I can't have pressure twice. It really builds up the tension of relentless tracks like Mind Under Pressure. And then we'll just edit around that whole thing. There's a bunch of bass show stealing on the album as well. Hell, there is a track that I thought was going to be the worst track on the album, The Wise Man, because it's got a near 6-minute runtime. And I was like, getting a little bit long in the tooth, gonna start making some reviewer note, and then not one but two bass solos swoop in near the end to save the day. What the heck? And now I love that song. Bass solos, it's fantastic. Here's one of them. Speaking of bass guitar, you know who else loves bass guitar? Sam Dunn. And you know who has a podcast? Sam Dunn. You know where you can hear it? Over on the Banger Patreon. Hey, head over to the Banger Patreon. Toss us a couple bucks so we can keep the channel going, keep bringing you metal content, and not have to sell you razors. Are people done with the razors? I feel like the razor things have gone out. Anyways, regardless, there's some extra bonus footage up there, tip sheets, Sam's podcast. We give you some extra goodies. And then, mainly you just get to keep us making this. So toss us a couple bucks if you can. And otherwise, just like, subscribe, all the usual. This is also a svelte record to go with that high energy at 37 minutes in runtime, or is it? There's 2 bonus tracks totaling 13 more minutes of material, so that's a weird bonus 33% you can slap on the outside of the record, but not the record, the CD, because they're listed as CD bonus tracks, but they also appear on the Bandcamp listing. I don't know, man. One is a 5-minute high energy banger. The other is Master's first stab at an 8-minute long song. Is it awful? No. Would I order an 8-minute long with extra pickles at McMaster's? Also, no. I'm okay with this, though. As long as you tell me, hey, this is the album. This is where the album ends. Throw in all the bonus stuff you want. I do want to hear this extra stuff. And then as a fan, I can just decide what's worth keeping and what's worth cutting. I'm totally okay with it. But all this is to say, if you're like, ooh, I want to get the tape or the vinyl, but am I missing out losing those 2 extra songs? No, you're fine. If you do want to get the CD, I don't know why you need to order your MP3s on a plate, but sure. I mean, buy it. It's a great record. Buy it either way. And hey, if you like CDs, it says here there's a limited box set of 500 copies with Digipack CD and extra goodies available. What are the extra goodies? I do not know. Hammerheart does not say on their website or in my materials. I don't know. I mean, Hammerheart's a Dutch label, and we all know
The Dutch are scum.
Hey, no, whoa. You can't say that. That's not. No, I'm kidding, obviously. I do not know what's in that box, though. What's in the box?
What's in the box? Until you give me what's in the fucking box?
All right. 2 clips now. We're just goofing off. We're not even doing work anymore. Let's wrap this review up. So it's more master, and it ranks fairly high in the master discography, which has some fantastic records in it. And you wrap all that up in a deliciously textured Richard Shoughton cover that I just want to touch. And what's there to complain about? Well, not much. I don't know if you can tell from this review. I've been goofing off a lot, and that's just because I'm in a good mood, because this is a good record and it's fun and it makes me happy. So outside of my 200 band a month reviewer fried brain going, it's not pushing genre boundaries, or it's not their best record, so really, I don't know what I'm supposed to say about this record. It's a great record, and if you've been sleeping on Master this whole time, it's a great introduction to Master and a good jumping off point to get into the rest of their discography. And if you're a longtime fan, they've done you a solid once again. So yeah, good news all around, everybody. So with that, I give it a 4 out of 5 painted skulls where you can see the nice canvas texture through. I don't know, Daniel. I'm not sure how you can do that. I'm sorry. But that's not the end of the review. As per usual, we've got shout-outs. I've got another record to talk to you about that I guarantee you'll like if you're still here. So as I mentioned in Metal Monthly when I was presenting you another death thrash band in Boundless Chaos, there's another death thrash band that released an awesome record this month. Also out today is Sovereign's Altered Reality on Dark Descent. If you want to hear a little mini review, head over to my Instagram, Metal Comedy, where I'm on Fridays I toss up a little mini review of an album. It's only ever albums that are good too, so I don't talk about stuff I don't want to talk about. Also, if you just want some great melodic death metal, Upon Stone, Dead Mother Moon on Century Media Records also came out today, and it's a great record. So we're starting off the year. That's it. That's the first review of the year in the can for me. I don't know. How did you feel about Master? Have you known Master? Or is this a new band to you? What's your Master history? And let's chat. Let's get down in the mix.